Hi Year 2, in today's video we're going to continue looking at bar models, especially where our bar models start to look a little bit different. So, let's get straight into it. I've got a question. My word problem is, Jay bought 12 blueberries. Lily bought 10 blueberries. How many blueberries were bought all together? That word altogether already tells me that this is an addition problem. I know in addition a part and a part makes a whole, and I know my two known values, 12 and 10, are my two parts. And I am looking for the whole, and I know that from this word altogether. Therefore, my equation is 12 add 10 equals something. I don't know my whole yet, but we'll work that out in just a second. Okay, now let's look at our bar model. If you think back to our last video, our bar models looked a bit different, where we had a square for each number. However, when our numbers start to get bigger, and we'll get into numbers even bigger than 12 and 10 and above 20, nobody is going to have time to draw 56 different squares and then 23 different squares. So instead, we actually just do two bars. Two bars to represent our two parts, and then we label it with our parts and our whole. Now, let's have a look at this bar model. I know my two parts are 12 and 10, and I am looking for the whole. This line here includes both of my bars, and I'm looking for my whole, so I can just put a question mark there. Now I've got the numbers 12 and 10. Let's look at our bars here. I can see that one bar is longer than the other. This bar here is longer than this bar. My longer bar has to represent my greater value. I know that 12 is greater than 10. So in this box, I'm going to write 12. And that means in this box, I'll have 10. Now it's time for me to work it out. 12 add 10. There are a few different ways I can do this. You might go straight into partitioning. You would partition 12 into, let's do it here. 12 into 10 and 2. Circle your 10s, underline your 1s. Then you would do 10 add 10, which makes 20. And 20 add 2 makes 22. My answer is 22. Let's have a go at doing the next one. The fruit market seller has 8 oranges. He adds 12 more oranges. How many oranges does he have now? My question here actually tells me I'm adding. How lucky for me. I know my equation is going to be 12 add 9 equals something because I want to find out how many oranges he has now. Okay, let's have a go at putting that into our bar model. Again, I know I'm looking for my whole, so I'm going to find the line that represents both bars and just put a question mark there. I can worry about that later. Now, I've got two bars, and I can see one bar is bigger than the other bar. This bar here is bigger, so it has to represent the greater value. I know that 12 is greater than 9, therefore 12 needs to go in the box that's bigger. And then I've got 9. Now I can go on to my last step, which is just adding them together. 12 add 9. 12 add 9. I can actually, well, there's two ways I can do this. I can do 2 add 9 first. 2 add 9 is 11. I know that with my number ones and add 10 more, which makes 21. Or I can get 12 in my head and add on 9. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. My answer is 21. Last one. Ahmed buys 13 cherries. On the way home, he eats 8. How many cherries does he have when he gets home? Let's see. Okay, Ahmed buys 13 cherries. On the way home, he eats 8 of that. He eats 8. If he's eating 8, that means that my number's decreasing. I know I must be doing subtraction here. Okay, let's have a look. In subtraction, I always start with my whole. I know my whole is 13 because that is the number of cherries Ahmed has when he starts. Then he eats 8. He takes 8 away, and that gives us our value we're looking for. I know my whole. I know one of my parts. I am looking for another part. Where my line represents both bars, I'm going to write 13 because I know my whole. Now I've got 8. 8. Let's see. Well, 13 take away 8. I know in one of my boxes I need to have 8. These boxes look around the same size to me. However, this one just looks slightly longer. I'm going to put an 8 there. 13 take away 8 is 5. I know that using my number bonds, or you can get 13 in your head. 8 fingers up. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. My part is 5. My answer is 5. Ahmed has 5 cherries when he gets home.